great day so far. What we're going to do today is we're going to work on something called partitioning shapes. And partition means to cut something into pieces. So we're going to be working on partitioning circles and rectangles into two equal shares, or two equal parts. Alright, so first there's some important vocabulary words we need to learn before we get into the fun stuff. And I like to think about it as a pizza. And so the first word we're going to talk about is partition. Say the word partition. Awesome. That's a really big word, but all it means is to cut something into pieces. So if we look at this pizza and we have a pizza roller and we cut it all the way around, we could say we partitioned the pizza into pieces. It just means to cut something up. Alright, the next word we have is whole. And whole is just the whole shape. So in this case it would be the whole pizza, or if it was a pie, or we could say the whole circle. That is the whole. It's all the pieces together. The next word is half. When we have half of something, it's when we do one cut straight down the middle. And we have the same amount of pieces on both sides, or the same amount on each side. So if I have my whole pizza and I fold my paper directly in half, I just have half of my pizza. So this side is the same exact size as this side. Two halves. One here and one here. Alright, and then our last vocabulary word we need to know is a part. For our pizza, a part would just be each of the pieces. They're each a part of the pizza. They're not the whole pizza, they're just a part. Alright, so now that we know our vocabulary words, we can jump into what we're learning about today. So today we're going to be working on partitioning circles and rectangles into two equal shares, or halves. Remember, we said a half was when we cut something straight down the middle, so it's the same size on both sides. Alright, so I have some snacks here, and I want to share them with you. But I want to make sure that I get the same amount as you, so that it's fair. So we're going to cut each of these snacks in half. How many pieces will we cut them into if it's in half? Perfect, 2. Remember, we're just going to cut one line straight down the middle, so that we have two equal halves, or shares. Right, so let's start with the granola bar. If I want to share the granola bar with you, then I'm going to cut it in half so that we have two equal size pieces. If I'm cutting it in half, should I cut it here? No, why not? Exactly, because this side is not the same size as this side. What if I cut it right here? Does that look good? Perfect. Yep, because each of these sides are the same size. So that's cutting it in half. So I'll cut it. And now we both have the same size piece. Perfect. Alright, the next one, let's do the Oreo. So we said the Oreo was a circle. So how can we cut a circle in half? Could I cut it in half like this? Good, yep, that's the same, has the same amount on each side. Could I cut in half like this? That's another way. It's still the same size on each side. Perfect. Could I cut it like this? No, because then you would get way more than me. And we want to make sure when we're cutting in half that we both get the same amount. They're the same on both sides. Alright, so really for a circle, as long as you go from the middle, we can go ahead and cut this one in half. Oh, it broke. Okay. We can glue it back together. There we go. With the frosting. Alright, so that's about half. It broke, but we can pretend. So we each got half of the Oreo. Awesome. Now when we cut our holes, our whole snack, into halves, do the pieces get bigger or smaller? If it was like this and then we cut it, perfect, yep, the pieces are getting smaller. The more we cut it up, the smaller the pieces or the parts are going to be. Alright, let's try the tortilla. So we just did a circle, and for this one, could we cut it in half this way? Yep, how about this way? Good, that would still work. A way we can check, and it's easy to do with the tortilla because it folds, we can fold it right down the middle, and if it matches up, then we know it's half. So I can go ahead and go like this. And I'm going to go the other way. And this one I can probably just tear. There we go. Now we each have half of the tortilla. Awesome. Alright, last one, my favorite one, the ice cream sandwich. How can we cut that one in half? Could I cut in half like this? No, those aren't the same size. What about like this? Okay, that looks like half. How about this way? Would that be half? Yep, because it's still the same amount on both sides. So there's more than one way to cut a rectangle or a circle in half. You just have to make sure that they both have the same amount on each side. So I'm going to choose to cut my ice cream sandwich in half this way. And then they're in half. Alright, you guys did an awesome job at partitioning our rectangles and circles into 2 equal shares, and I hope I can see you soon to share them with you. Bye! For your exit ticket, you can do it on your own piece of paper and then upload it to your Class Dojo portfolio. Number 1 says draw a line to partition the circle in half. So on your paper, draw a circle and then draw a line down the middle to make it in half. Number 2, draw a line to partition the rectangle in half. So same thing, draw a rectangle on your paper and then draw a line to split it in half.